I want to pull up that Time magazine article from 2 weeks ago. I think the headline was toxins lowering IQ or brain damaging children in the U.S. And they admit fluoride's the main one in the water and admit the Harvard study. Now, that's a big deal. Why would Time magazine say the biggest thing is fluoride, which we know acts as an adjuvant, according to brain surgeons and neurologists like Dr. Blaylock, so that accelerates all the other drugs? There it is, children exposed to more brain-harming chemicals never before. And the first one they mention, and they say causing ADHD, is fluoride.
Well, you got to remember, all these diseases, these mental illnesses are created. And here's how they do it, even from the beginning of time. And you can research this online. They got together a group of psychiatrists in a room, a small room, and they presented these symptoms and presented these disorders, and they voted on them. No scientific evidence or anything. So if you create chemical imbalances in the brain by, what do children eat? High fructose corn syrup, excitotoxins, artificial dyes, colors, artificial sweeteners, all of
you can't find chips without MSG excitotoxin. No. You can't find them without the aspartame. I mean, in the gum.
Right. I mean, look what Blaylock termed came up with the term excitotoxins in the brain. Then add mercury.
That's now medically accepted fact.
Yes. Now add aluminum to that. Add all the heavy metals to that, and you literally have a slew going on in your brain, and all that's done by design. Because here's the thing: the beauty that the medical profession sees in mental illness is, you know, it's not like cancer or any type of disease where you have to do all kinds of testing. They can prescribe you medications and keep you on medications from the time you're born pretty much all the way until you die, just by you coming in and saying, I don't feel good, doctor, with no scientific evidence or anything, and they can put you on these medications. So it's a $330 billion a year industry.
And just like all drug dealers throughout history, they target the school ground, but now they're in the school running the counselors, running the nurses, getting the 10 and 11-year-olds that are anxious. You're supposed to be anxious when you're 10 or 11 on drugs. It's a total criminal takeover.
3,000 deaths a month attributed to psychiatric drugs. 17 million children worldwide have been prescribed psychiatric drugs so dangerous that medicine regulates it in Europe and Australia, and have issued warnings that antidepressants can cause suicide and hostility in children and adolescents.
Now, by the way, I don't sell it, but people can get it without a prescription, but it's hard to do because it's somewhat doctor-controlled. But people that do have anxiety and things, I was looking up the studies when you told me about this 2 months ago, they're legion. Not the type of lithium that's like in El Paso, so they have the lowest level of suicide or whatever, but the type that's in a plant. You were telling me, and I went and looked it up, it was true, is a miracle drug for depression, anger, problems. Explain this special type of lithium to people. I don't sell it. We probably should, but just explain to people about that.
Right. I mean, and it's readily available. And I've done a lot of work with the military. You know, I'm real close with the military. And military dating back, for the late 1800s has been a testing ground and an experiment, military personnel, for psychotic or psychotropic drugs. So the military is a perfect way for pharmaceutical companies to experiment. And one of the things that
that's how you actually get stuff approved. My dad's been in drug approval. You can only fast track through the Pentagon.
Well, yeah, I mean, in the studies, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. I mean, there really is no such thing as clinical trials, because in order to do an accurate clinical trial, you would have to clone somebody, expose them to the same diet every day, expose them to the same exercise program. I mean, it's impossible because all of our biochemistry is different. So that whole clinical trials in phase 1, 2, and 3 is nothing but fabricated results. All the heads of the studies are paid by the pharmaceutical companies, and it's just a big scam anyway. But lithium orotate is a natural form of lithium extracted from plants, or orotic acid is actually added. It's not like the lithium carbonate that they give schizophrenic patients or anything like that. It's a natural form of lithium to just kind of help balance out your brain waves. And it's a natural alternative for instead of you having to take Zoloft or Paxil or any type of the antidepressants. A lot of the military and a lot of people that contact me that want to just get off all their medications, we switch them over to the natural substances. But lithium orotate is one of the most effective. And
you were saying the effects have been very good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, you want to address the root cause of the problem, which is cleaning them out and reducing their exposure to the toxic chemicals.
Well, that's what I was reading. These serotonin reuptake inhibitors and these meth drugs, these Adderall and stuff, are so toxic to the body.
Well, exactly. And the liver takes a beating over a period of time. You know, the liver is the detoxification organ. I mean, if you're on stimulants, I mean, that's methamphetamine right there. I mean, it's going to cause major side effects, insomnia. You're not going to be able to sleep. You know, you're going to go through rages. You're going to, you know, you might be able to focus for a little while, but over the long haul, it's just going to tear the body down to pieces, and then you're going to be on multiple medications.
Yeah, speed kills. Absolutely. I want to talk a little bit about other solutions here because, you know, I worked for about 15 years so hard on air, and I didn't have a fatalistic attitude. I just started eating whatever I wanted, was working 18 hours a day, not taking care of myself, and gained about 50 pounds more than I should. And it's been a long haul the last 3-4 years, getting on vitamins, minerals, drinking more water, exercising. But I have, over that time, lost a lot of weight. I've gotten a lot healthier. Everybody can see it now. And I did great with some of the longevity stuff at InfoWarsHealth.com, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, some of their products that we sell. They're wonderful at InfoWarsHealth.com. That helps fund the operation. But when I got with you in the last 8-9 months, and you had Super Male Vitality about to come out that you've been developing for years, and you agreed to let me put it out exclusively. When you got me on your proprietary nascent iodine, put it out as Survival Shield. It turns blue on paper, not black like the other stuff that's really bound that people call nascent iodine. When you got me to develop the fluoride shield with these 5 compounds with the iodine, Shane Steiner is a huge power lifter naturally. He can bench press like, 400 pounds like 8 times. He can squat 600 pounds naturally. And he said, okay, Alex, I'm sure you sell real stuff, but I'll go on the Super Male Vitality. I'll see what happens. We were just talking about, hey, you ought to see if you like it and you'll be a spokesman. He comes back and goes, I want a whole case of that. My friends want it 3 weeks later. He says it's mentally gets him ready to work out. And he says it's just incredible mentally. And then, of course, with his friends and people, it's the aphrodisiac effect, which you said we're not going to advertise it as that, but that's really what it does. And it turns women into crazed creatures. What is going on in the Super Male Vitality?
What's going on? You know, I try to address the main problems and the situations that the government, the pharmaceutical companies are trying to destroy us. And one of the ones with the Super Male Vitality, as you know, is to create a society of estrogen dominance, to take away the testosterone, to take away the true way a male is. I mean, to take away the fertility of the males. You know, a male's hormone levels decrease starting at age 28. And because of all the chemicals and the fluoride and all the endocrine disrupting compounds out there, we're not becoming males. I mean, you know, it's feminizing America. And so what I wanted to do was counteract that. I mean, there's always solutions to every situation.
Well, why does it affect women even more?
Well, it affects women because women produce testosterone too. And right now, women have estrogen levels through the roof. Their progesterone levels are down to practically nothing, and their testosterone levels are practically nothing too. So it's not, it doesn't add, what it does is it's a balanced hormone product that you can take that will naturally tell your body to produce the hormones that it needs. So
that way it doesn't do like synthetic stuff that lower your hormones and just replace them. This makes your body release it.
No, there's actually no testosterone or growth hormone or progesterone or anything in the formula. The formula is designed to naturally tell your body to produce what it needs, and that's why it's so successful, because you might need, you know...
Why does it have the aphrodisiac effect? Let's just be honest.
Well, because when your hormones are in balance, it's the natural order for you to procreate or for you to want to have sex or for you to want to, you know, seek, you know, a woman or for a woman to seek a man. So when your hormones are balanced, that's just the natural, you secrete natural pheromones that come out in attractive substances from your body. And your blood flow starts to work again. You know, your testosterone, your growth hormone is regulated, so you have the desire.
So basically, this counteracts what they're chemically doing to us, at least to a certain extent.
Exactly.
The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda. They are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the body needs. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic super male vitality formula, sourced from powerful organic herbs and then concentrated for maximum potency potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose. For a limited time, we are offering 15% off Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com to introduce you to this powerful supplement. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality. InfoWarsLife.com.
Now you can watch The Alex Jones Show live as it happens at Infowars.com/show.
You'll find links to all of our content there and a free 15-day trial for Prison Planet TV.
More than 60 movies and documentaries all in one place at Infowars.com/show.